was I? This is part 2 of an energy reading. It's like your energy is calming down. It's like you've been like astrally connected to like a black hole. It has to do with your connections with the crux and the Anubis. I just feel like there have been. I mean, definitely been parts of like versions of Earth that have been through apocalyptic situations, have been destroyed basically, and you could probably feel some of that energy as a crux. It kind of went through the remnants of a world that's been destroyed. You might remember some of that. It's not just Earth, but it's on other planets also you visited that's been laid to ruin. And you can say you're healing some of that too, because that was quite devastating even to yourself for witnessing something like that. It still kind of gave you like shivers, because it was kind of overwhelming to go through something like that or to experience it. So you are going through just some of that might reminisce. It just feels like it does feel like you're going through an upgrade, like your energy is getting stronger with your connections with the Anubis and with the crux. The crux seems to be your main avatar, your main connection. And Sirius, the Sirius star, the Sirius constellation, however you want to look at it. It seems like you have been kicked out of there a couple of times due to your crux connections by other crux beings that didn't want you there. Kind of like a gang of them. Of course, you did hit them back, attack them back. Not that you're out to attack, but you kind of gave them no choice. So it does seem like you kept some of them as souvenirs to your enemies. Now you kept some of their heads, like their skull heads for souvenirs, because they really kind of pushed you over the edge. So I feel like you're clearing that out in this life, actually. Just like I said, the Anubis is probably the Crux is very strong, but the Anubis is also both of them are very strong with you. And you can go multi-dimensional to other worlds very easily. You're usually like an observer. You do also have girlfriends and other realities that you connect to. So you're just doing, just a time traveler as a Anubis, and sometimes you're 8, depending on the connection you make, like 8 feet tall or 9 feet tall, whatever it might be. There are worlds, like even in Sirius, you appear as an Anubis being the worlds are slowly discovering them. So like new worlds that are, and you go there for certain teachings. They're not saying what kind of teachings they do, but you just appear. You might just appear as an observer, and the beings there don't quite understand who you are. They've seen beings like yourself before. It's not really saying what you're doing there, but either way, it's something that you're doing astrally, even now, it seems. I'm also connected to like a bunny race, a rabbit race. As an Anubis, they didn't always take it too seriously. I think you had to zap them a couple of times because they're kind of getting on your nerves. As a crux, yeah, it feels like you can get along with rabbits pretty good. I mean, they get kind of rowdy, you get rowdy, but they'll pull their tails, stuff like that. Take their women or share their women, however you want to look at it. So, yeah, it does seem like there's like a rabbit, you know, constellation that you connect to. Um, but there's, where you hang out, basically. As a crux, a bunch of rabbit beings. I think overall you get along with, you do hang out with more crux, females. That seems to be your thing. And your females do fight over you. Sometimes you zap them with some kind of zap gun or something they have with you. Well, as is crux, also you go to um, other planets. Like you look for, kind of like you go to like their junkyard. You can say, well, what's been discarded, like for weapons and things like that, or old ships, equipment, things like that. Like a junkyard, but we can find a bunch of good stuff. I don't know, just because it's just kind of neat. It's just kind of, artifacts, you can say. Like you can find an old ship and it actually works. You can get it to work. Things like that. Why you would do that? Yeah, because it's fun. Yeah, so it's seems to be something that you're yeah, that seems to be something that, yeah, the junkyard. So that's something, yeah, you can connect to. Of just finding goodies though. Not like you're living in a junkyard. I mean, you can say there is a crux world where you do kind of hang out in a junkyard, but it has a bunch of cool alien stuff. Like you might find, have an alien zap ray or something. When other cruxes are giving you trouble and all of that. Yeah, there seems to be something like that. I feel it was like an Alpha Centauri energy there. Yeah, it's like you're hanging out there with your girlfriends, things like that. I don't know. Some other crux might show up and start causing trouble, going through all your stuff. And you get kind of, antsy and want to kick their ass, something like that, or just cause them a little trouble. So, yeah, it's like you're always looking for new things to play with, or new artifacts, or whatever it might be, just new items in general, for whatever reason. That's one of your things that you're looking for. You're going into more of a like an energy pulse. Actually, you do have a mechanic side of you. I think you already know that. Like I said, with the junkyard stuff, but also, I mean, there are worlds as a crux where you can build weapons. Not that you're trying to be dangerous or anything, but technologies you can work on like quantum technologies and things like that. Not that you're out to take over the world or anything, but there's just some things you just know about power reactors and things like that. There's just like a scientist side to you, and you can say other it might be the bad crux that might try to get you to do things like that to help you build things, and it's not something you're very proud of. I've seen that that's happened in the past. But a lot of things, most things you just build because you enjoy it. So you're basically like a mechanic or an inventor as a crux. Making your own cars, vehicles, things like that. Teleportation, energies, things of that kind. So those are things that you're connected to currently. So you can yeah, that's something to think about also as a kind of like the build your own world type of energy that you have within you. So for a living environment for other beings too. All right, blessings.